Yesterday we started with the I laid the foundation yesterday for this training. Please confirm you can hear me and you can see me clearly. Confirm you can hear me and see me clearly. So yesterday we laid the foundation for this training, and the reason people don't do our business or people quit our business is because of objections. The objections are not just for people that you're trying to bring into the business, but for people that come into the business and quit after some time. The main reason they leave our business is because of the objections that they have. And I told us yesterday in a very brief recap that the objections they have are based, the objections that they have are based on the perceptions that they have. And the perceptions that they have are based on the evidences, the information, the experiences that they've acquired. So when they decide, when they make a decision to leave or to quit, those decisions are fueled by the perception. And those perceptions are ignited by the evidences they can see, the information they have, and the experience that they have. Either their own experience or other people's experience. So you see somebody that he hasn't done network marketing before, but the moment you tell him about network marketing, he says, no, I'm not going to do. Why? Because his or her perception is that all these things, once they start telling you to refer somebody to somebody, the perception is that it's a scam. Have they been scammed before? Not really. They probably haven't done it before, but their perception is coming from the experiences of other people. Their perception is coming from the information and the evidences of other people. So your perception is not just molded by your information, by your experiences, and by evidence. Your perception is also molded by the information, experiences, and evidences of other people. And I went on to say that perception is not reality, even though perception might seem to be reality. Perception has a way to overshadow reality, but perception is not reality. Perception is perception. Reality is reality. I went further to explain the difference between perception and reality. And I said, I gave an example, citing one of the things that we're facing in this country. I gave an example and I gave various perceptions of the circumstance and the situation. And due to the various perceptions, people now take different routes or choices. So I now said, perception is not reality. Perception is perception. Reality is reality. And I went ahead and said that some perceptions may be wrong and may not be in tune with reality. I gave an example that I perceive that the road is blocked does not mean the road is blocked. That I perceive that once you enter Nigeria, bomb will kill you does not mean, it's not reality, it's a perception. Most people, you tell them, come to the, oh, I cannot come to Nigeria. Hey, by the time you land, they will kidnap you. That is their perception. And that is their seeming reality. But is that the real reality? No. So perception is a schemed reality. So I went on to say that perception doesn't change reality. Reality is reality, perception is perception. I'm trying to let me get another example of perception. That people from a certain tribe, I don't want to call the name of a tribe, people from a certain tribe are very diabolic. That's the perception. But the reality is, the percentage of people from that tribe that are diabolic are probably less than 7%. So if less than 7% of the people are this, that does not define the culture. So perception is not reality. But perception can alter your reality and give you a seeming reality. I went on to say that when your perception doesn't match reality, the result is failure. The result is error. You err. When perception matches reality, when your perception matches reality, the result is a pass mark. If you're writing an exam and there are 10 questions, and what they ask you, what is this? That you think that the earth is not, that you think that the earth is flat, that's your perception. So if they ask you what is the structure of the earth, you say the earth is flat. That's your perception. Because you can see, how can the earth be round now? If the earth is round, we were not doing merry-go-round. I know what it means to be in a round ball. I've gone to those round things. The earth cannot be spherical in nature. If the earth is spherical in nature, that means today I'll be in Germany. Tomorrow I'll be... So as far as I'm concerned, the earth is flat. That is your perception. Because of your experience, because of your information, because of your evidence. But if you go to an exam hall and they ask you, what is the structure of the earth? And you say the earth is flat. When they match your perception against the reality, it's either you score a pass mark or you fail. And I also said that your perception is what determines your choices and your decisions in life. So your perception is what fuels or drives your decisions and your choices. So if your choices are always wrong, that means you will err most of the time and you will end up a failure. If your choices are always right, that means you will pass most of the time and you end up a success. And whether your choices are wrong or right does not depend on your perception, but it depends on how your perception matches with the reality. I'm trying to do a recap so that I can take it up from there. And that is why I said that where you are in life is as a function of the choices you have made in your previous year. I am where I am today because of the choices I made for the past several years of my life. If those choices are mostly error, I will be in a very defeated place in life today. If those choices are good, pass, I'll be in a very elevated position in life today. Those choices that I've been making all this while are my decisions based on my perceptions. But whether they are good or bad choices is when you check them against reality. I don't know whether I'm communicating effectively. So in other words, where you are today is a function of the choices you have made. If out of 10 choices, you make 8 correct choices, you become a success. If out of 10 choices, you make 4 correct choices, you become a failure. Those choices, whether they are correct or they are wrong, are not based on your perception. They are based on reality. When you start your perception against reality, that is why everybody is... This world is what it is. It's governed by laws. So where you are today is as a result of your perception before you came here. So, if I have made the wrong choices, I'll probably not be here. When it was time for me to leave the bank and focus on network marketing fully, I still have some of my mates in the bank as I'm talking to you. When I left the bank to make the choice to go full into network marketing, they made the choice to remain in the bank. Most of them, their salary is maybe 800,000 naira monthly now, 850,000. Some of them, there's one that is 600,000 monthly. That is the salary they are collecting as of now. Some maybe 1 million, maybe 1.2. But most of them, 800, 700 monthly. One I know is 600. One is 700. That's the range of salary they are collecting today. But guess what? Guess what? If I had made the wrong choice, I will probably be where they are today. So my life today is a function of the choices I would have made. I won't stand there and tell you I am financially free. I am financially free. I can't stand and make that. Most of those my friends, all of them, none of them can come and say they are financially free. In fact, the day they stop working in the bank, they are toast. I'm not in a better place than them because I'm taller than them. Some of them are taller than me. I'm in a better place than them because I made better choices as regard my life leading up to this point. But the challenge is, those choices I made were based on the perceptions I have. And good enough, most of those perceptions, when stacked against reality, were correct. So, that's a recap of yesterday. And I went ahead to tell you, I gave you a brief history of network marketing. So I now said, before I go to that, I now said, when you're mastering objections, it's not to superimpose your perception over another person's perception. No, that's the mistake we make. Somebody tells you, I feel hot. You say, no, I feel, because I'm wearing a jacket. No, you cannot feel hot. It's not to superimpose your perception on another person's perception. No. What you do when you're mastering objections is to bring light to a position. I now said, because perception is based on the evidence, experience, and information that we have, if those three things are altered, it could change our perception. If the evidence presented before me is now altered, it could change my perception. For the person that says, I went to them and said, oh, the earth is flat. He goes into an exam hall, and what's the structure of the earth? He puts flat because his experience, his information, and his evidence points that the earth is flat. And he went and put earth is flat, and he failed. And he fails a lot more. He repeats the class, and he doesn't graduate. As against the person that says, oh, the earth is fair, and he passes. Now, the person that's saying that the earth is flat, if you bring superior evidence to him, that proves that the earth is spherical. If you tell him that this earth is just a planet, that there are about 9 planets, if I'm not mistaken, I found the 10th one or so. I'm not too sure about that. And you tell him that this earth is not all there is, the world does not revolve around you. And you show him evidence, or you give him information, or you carry him and take him above the earth, take him to the moon, take him to the space. And he sees the earth from an experiential point of view. Oh, this is the earth. When he comes back and you take him to that same exam and ask him, is the earth flat? He will give you a different answer. Because his perception has changed by the reason of superior information, superior experience, and superior evidence. So, what I want to do is, when you're mastering people's objections, don't tell them that their evidences are wrong. No. The reason is because to them it's not wrong. Don't tell them the information they have is wrong. To them it's not wrong. Don't tell them that their experiences are wrong. No. Or the experiences of the people that they know are wrong. No. What you need to do is to bring in added experience evidence, which I call light, illumination. Shine light on the matter. Let them see the whole panoramic view of it, and it will change their perception. And when it changes their perception, it changes their decision. So I'm going to start by saying this. The perception you have, which is a function of the knowledge, experience, and evidences you have, is based on where you are standing. Listen to me carefully. It's based on where you are standing. The moment you go to a higher level, your knowledge, your experiences, and your evidences change. That's why so many people, no matter how you talk to them, they're standing at a lower level. They can't see. The moment you leave where you're standing and you go to another level, your evidences change, your experiences change, and your information change. In primary 1, when they teach you addition and subtraction, they tell you 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 minus 2 is 2 plus 2, 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. When they tell you 2 plus 2 minus 2 divide by 1, you say 2 plus 2, 4. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 divided by 1, 2. And it's correct. But that's primary 1, elementary. When you start going to primary 5, 6, they will introduce what they call board mass to you. They will tell you it's not just how you are adding and subtracting and dividing. There is a sequence. So, first of all, when you see it, check where there is a bracket first. That B stands for bracket. So, first of all, you treat the one that has the bracket first. Then O stands for off. Then D stands for division. Then M stands for multiplication. Then A stands for addition. Then the least you hand to the subtraction. All of a sudden, you have a whole new spectrum of evidences, information, and experience. When you come and you look at this light upstairs, they ask you, what is the color of light? You say the color of this light is white. You are correct at the elementary level. But as you advance in science and in class, they will tell you this color you're seeing is, even though it's white, but it's a spectrum, it's a spectra of several colors. They will show you that this white color you're seeing, if you pass it through a spectrum, you will see violet, you will see red, you will see green. You discover that it's 7 colors that concatenated together to show you white. All of a sudden, you have higher level of experience, you have higher level of evidence, because they're showing you, they're passing the white light through. They now tell you that what you call green is not green. It's a mixture of 2 or more colors. And they will show you, okay, bring this color, add it. All of a sudden, when you stir it, you see it turn to green. And you're like, wow. They can't show you this thing in the elementary places. But as you travel as you go higher, there are certain things that are going to be opened up to you that will give you higher knowledge of higher information, higher level of information, evidence, and experience that will make you have a better perception and help you to make better decisions in life. That is why when you grow older, you're said to be wiser. That wiser is you have better understanding of life, which is the perception, due to higher level of information, evidence, and experience. So if you want to understand reality, if you want to have a grasp of reality, if you want to have a grasp of reality, if you don't want to keep making mistakes, keep answering the wrong questions in life, keep assuming your perception is the ultimate. You see, the thing about life is this. It doesn't matter what you feel about your perception. The end of your life is showing you that you have been wrong all this while. You can argue with me all day. But the fact you're 35 years old and you're still squatting is an evidence that you have been making wrong decisions all your life until this point. You can argue with me. The end result tells you, justifies the means. So, it's not about, I'm right, no problem, you are failing. So, it's very necessary to understand how to get reality. So, if you want reality, go to people that are on a higher level and on a particular subject and pick their perceptions. Because if you don't, it might take you 20 years to come to a place where you pick where you have better perceptions. That's what mentorship does. You don't have to go through life, learn your mistakes, fail again and fail again, until you come to a point where you now gain higher level, you now go to the next level, or go to higher levels where you gain better experiences, evidences, and information to have better perception, to give you better judgment or decision. You don't need to. You can look for somebody that's already operating at a higher realm and begin to pick the signals from that person. Pick the person's perception, because the person's perception is closer to reality than your perception, because the person has more knowledge, more information, more experience, more evidence by virtue of the level he is operating from. That's what mentorship is all about. So if I'm telling you something, you need to listen carefully, because I'm talking from an ascended realm. Yesterday I was telling you I was making a comment. I said humans are three-dimensional. So when a human being sits down, like as I'm sitting down now, I don't know what is happening in the other office. Why? Because I'm three-dimensional. But the moment you become a spirit or you leave this body, you discover that you'll be here and you're seeing what is happening at Jokuta. So that person that is in the spiritual realm, that's multidimensional, will have higher level of evidence, experience, and knowledge, will know more than you. So if someone that is in year 5, primary 5, will know more than someone that is in primary 1. It's not because of age. It can be 10 years in year 5, and it can be 10 years in primary 1, and it can be 7 years in primary 6. And even though you're younger than the person that is in primary 1, you have better information, experience, and evidence more than that person. So it's not about age. It's about where have you been in life. So the people that have not left the shores of this country, they'll be arguing. The day they leave the shores of this country, they will keep quiet. They won't talk so much. Because all those arguments, when you mask it with higher experiences, you keep quiet. So, your perception is based on the level that you're operating from. So when you're operating from a higher level, you gain better clarity. It's just like somebody that is in first floor. Yay! You are on the first floor, guy. All you're seeing is what is on the first floor. You can be in this Lagos and be on the first floor. This is Lagos. And you're seeing the things from the first floor. You're checking things and you're making decisions based on, oh, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. This is where I want to go. You can see things and you are convinced because you're on the first floor. But when they take you to the 30th floor of the same Lagos, and you're looking at the scenes, you're seeing the vicissitudes, you're having a more panoramic view of, you're seeing the altitudes. You're looking at it again from the 30th floor of the same location, of the same state. That's when you will know that, wait, this kiosk I'm staying in may not really be it. That's when your perception begins to change. There was a man in the Holy Book. He had a quarrel with his mentor. Instead of him, his servants, it's not him exactly, his downlines was having a quarrel with the downlines of his mentor. Meanwhile, I need to correct something. I'm going to correct it again. When Engineer Lad was introducing me, I've corrected it, but I'm going to correct it again so it can stick. He said, I appreciate Entrepreneur Mentor for coming down to our level. I'm going to correct it the second time. I'm not coming down. I don't see myself high and everybody I'm speaking to low. No. Rather, I am the one down because I am the chief servant. A chief servant doesn't come down. When you're serving somebody, even though you stoop to serve, you don't see it as you're coming down to serve. So as a servant, you don't come down to the level of anybody. It rather is a privilege to even be speaking with you guys. I see it as a privilege to be able to serve you guys and train and teach. I don't see it as, oh, I'm the person of energy, I have to come down. No, I don't see it that way. That's my perception. All right? And that's the right perception. I'm correcting it. I'm doing that correction again so that it can rewire our minds. When you're dealing with your downlines, you're not coming down to talk to them. No. They are the reason. They're the reason you have a business in the first place. They're the reason. If you're not serving them, you don't have a business. So you must have that. We must all have that. Even though I know Engineer has that, and I know it's coming from a place of respect, which I understand perfectly. It's coming from a place of respect. Which I understand perfectly, and I really admire that, and I appreciate the fact I'm being respected. However, we need to understand that we are servants and not masters. Because he that must be the greatest must be the servant of all. So what qualifies me to be on top is that I am serving everybody. If I'm not serving everybody, I've lost my place at the top. That was a digression, but let me come back. Now, so look what I'm saying is this. His servant was having a fight with the servant of his mentor. His mentor was Abraham. The man's name was Lot. His servants were fighting with the servants of his. He was not fighting with his mentor, but his downlines. Even though I use the word servant, I've corrected the impression, so I'm using it so you understand. Was fighting the servants of his mentor. And the mentor came and told him, he said, we don't need to fight. You're big as I'm big. After all, you have servants, me to have servants. You have downlines, me to have downlines. You have this, me to have this. You have Zoom, I have Zoom. Yeah. So, he felt it was okay. But the mentor came and told him, it's okay, we don't need to fight. The land is big. Carry your downlines or your servants and go to another location so that I will, and my servants too, will go to another location. So you know what he did? He came and he looked around. They told him, choose first. So he used his physical eyes. He glazed around and he saw a greener pasture. From the level he was looking from, oh, this pasture is green. Those were the evidences he was seeing at the time. See. Oh, this place is green. There is pasture. Oh, and the place was called Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, he made a choice based on what he could see at the level from where he was operating from. Instead of telling his mentor, you're my mentor, please choose first. No, he chose first. He carried his servants and he went to that place that he chose. His choice was as a result of his perception, which was a product of what he had seen, the evidences. But when his mentor was asked to choose, what God told him was, he said, look up. He said, no, don't choose from this platform. Don't choose from this level. You will be limited. You're making it. Have you ever seen somebody living in a one bedroom squalor, one bedroom apartment that is in one remotely disconnected place, and is happy and he feels I'm doing well because he looks around? At least everybody is living in a self-contained. Me, I'm living in a one bedroom. I'm the king. He's happy. He feels he's doing well. He's excited because he's living in a room and parlor, whereas most of the people are living in one room. He has a small car, whereas most people are trekking, and he's feeling okay. From what he can see from his level, he's doing well. That's what the mistake that Abraham wanted to say. No, don't make that mistake. Lot might have chosen from the level. He said, come out. He said, look up. What it means, ascend, go higher. And begin to look at things that are more important than the things that the eyes can see. Because if you use the things the eyes can see, the evidences are at the lowest level. And those evidences can change sporadically to your greatest amazement. Were they real as at the time you saw them? Yes. Are they going to be the same 2 years from now? Oga? No. But you are looking at it so you can see it. Oh, this is green. But if you ascend and go to the 30th floor, you will have a clearer view and say, yes, even though it is green, in the next 4 years, bandits will invade this place. And it will turn to a place where everybody is running away from. Have you not seen people that took business decisions because they could see that they've done their feasibility studies? They can see. They are working with evidences in real time. They don't know that when you are sent to a higher level, you will see evidences beyond time and space. You will see that in the next few years, Sodom and Gomorrah will be lit with fire. You're going to leave everything. You're going to even lose your wife in the process because men of Sodom will invade the place and corrupt the civilization to the extent that that place will be wiped out. You will survive alone with your 2 daughters. Everything you have labored for, even your servants, everything will be gone. He couldn't see it because he was making choices from a low-level perception. So when his mentor wanted to, he said, look up, look up. He said, begin to look. He began to see things as the physical eyes. When they told him to look up, he was not seeing things, he was seeing evidences that the physical eyes cannot really afford him. So people that make choices based on what they can see now, that is why they fail when the max is with reality. That's why most of our generation are where they are, because they are not delaying gratification. They are looking for what will pay me more now. What will I do now that will get me there? As they are making those decisions, they are changing their destiny. Because those decisions, even though they are real to them, is based on where they are. That is why there's a property you buy 20 million naira 5 years ago. Now the property is 300 million naira. Those days are asking you to buy for 20 million naira. You're saying, no, now this is a bush now. The evidence of saying that this is a bush, you're not wrong. It's actually bush. But you're seeing that from a lower level. You have not climbed to the 30th floor to see the vicissitudes, to get a clearer picture and see that this property in the next 5 years will become 300 million. And that's why you made a choice not to buy that property of 20 million naira. And that's why today you're broke. If you had bought that property of 20 million naira, today you can sell it for 300 million naira and you'll be life is a conglomerate of either good or bad choices. That's all I'm trying to say. So let me move on before time will exhaust on us today. So I'm going to move to handling those objections from a higher level. So, due to lack of time, I'm going to take it first because it's already 9 o'clock. Funny enough, when you begin to say these things, you lose track of time. So, let me take some of the objections. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take some of the objections and handle them quickly. So the first objection, let me start from the Trailblazers Nation. They brought out 15 objections. The second one, let me take the first one. So please, mark the ones I've handled because we can't finish this thing today. So we might have to continue some other time. But let me go so far. It said, I have done it before and I didn't succeed. That's an objection. You try to bring somebody to do your business. Say, I have tried it before and I did not succeed. So he doesn't want to try it again. His perception is, it does not work for me. It might work for you, but for me, it does not work. And the reason it does not work for him, he believes it does not work for him, is because he has tried it before and he failed. Now, I'm sure, without even answering this objection, most of you listening to me already know how to handle this objection, without even me speaking about it. Do you know the reason you already know? Is because in the past 30 minutes of me speaking to you, or 35 minutes of me speaking to you, by listening to me alone, I have elevated you to a higher level platform. So, listening to this objection, already you know the answer. But I'm going to answer it. So if somebody says, I've done this thing before, it did not work for me, there's no need me doing it again. That is his reality. Don't tell him, no, it's working for me. No. What you need to do is to begin to bring superior light. So I'm gonna dissect 4 angles to this objection. So anytime somebody brings this objection to you, this is how you handle it. Number 1, what did you do? That's the first thing. Now, I'm not telling you this so you can go out and begin to master objections. No, that's the mistake you make. If you think this training is so that when you learn it, when you see somebody give an objection, you bring out the script and begin to tell them you're wrong. The purpose of this training is to bring you that is talking to a higher elevated platform. So when somebody from an objection on the lower meets you, you bring the person up to your platform. But if you're on the same level with the person, you can't bring the person up. To where? To where? So when the person, because you are the same level 1 with the person, your experiences is the same with the person. You can't handle, even if you take the script and say it to the person, it will lack depth. It will lack conviction. So I'm not here to give you scripts to go to the market and begin to win objections. I'm here to teach you how to elevate. So as you listen to my answers, the goal is not to write it down. So when somebody says, I've done it before, you begin to spill out. If you spill out from his top, if you may finish talking, there's no difference. So my goal is to elevate you. So somebody says, I've done it before and I haven't succeeded. There are 4 things. Number 1, what have you done before? What exactly have you done before? It's not what you're going to be telling. I'm just telling you. Most of the people that say they've done this business, they didn't do it. Most people that say they've done this business, what they did is that they bought products. Number one. And they socialized. They invited some of their friends. They invited some people that they know. To me, that is socializing. That's not business. They say, but yes, I did not just buy product. I invited. No, you don't understand what I'm saying. In fact, I invited everybody that I know. Oga, when you're doing your birthday party, that is the same thing you do. You invite everybody that you know. That is not business. And I'm going to prove it to you. That I've done business before is different that I have socialized. So when you ask a person, they will tell you they invited people. In fact, let me even tell you, for 2, 3, 4 years, I did it for 2 years. And those 2 years, I was going from place to place, running presentation, telling people about it. Now let me bring you to the fundamentals. You know that yesterday when I was talking about it, I said something. I said, I gave you the history of network marketing. I said network marketing is not on trial. And I gave you the history of network marketing. So, let me rephrase it. When the United States of America tried to fight network marketing and they couldn't win over it, I thought it was the longest legal battle as at that time. The FTC case with Amway was the longest legal battle in America. For 4 years, and Amway won. When America found out that they couldn't win this war, because they discovered that this network marketing is not just, it's an idea that has entered into this realm, and you can't push that idea around. It's an idea that people feel that right now, I can take charge of my destiny. If I was working in the bank, I can't take charge of my destiny in the bank. By now, they can promote you. They can choose not to promote you. Network marketing is the only place where you decide your future. In the bank, you can work so hard, yet they can say, I will not promote you, and there's nothing you can do about it. In the corporate world, you can be the most hardworking person, yet they can marginalize you. They discover that there's a business where when you work hard, it shows. You don't need anybody to put a cap on your income. In the corporate world, you can make billions and they'll say they're adding 100. You can make 20 million naira, they'll give you 20,000. All of a sudden, there's a business that you can earn your worth. It's an idea, it's a movement, it's a revolution. So the moment they try to cage the people and they say, no, so you want me to come and start, do you know how many people that leave our business, they go and get a job, they're paying them 100,000, 200,000. It's because they don't understand what our business offers. So the ideology is that finally I see a business that I can determine my income. It's an ideology. It's like fine wine that's intoxicating. If I can work hard, no matter how I worked hard in the bank, it's your same salary. If you want to work from night to morning, when I was working in the bank, that's the time I worked in the day, I worked all through the night. Closed by 6 a.m., took my bath, came back by 8 o'clock. Yet, the salary did not increase. No matter how hard you work. But all of a sudden, they discover that an ideology comes in. Oh, if I work like this, I can double my income. I can double my income. I can double my income. It was an ideology you couldn't stop. All of a sudden, they discover there's a business that I can get leverage from. This is my work that you're asking me to work, federal government of the United States of America. If I don't work, you don't pay me. Even if I work all my boss off, I'm working for pension. But here, I can work for 2 years, and in 2-3 years, I can begin to earn leverage. That means if I don't work, I can still make money because of what I've worked. It was an idea that once it entered the heart of man, you couldn't take it away anymore. So when they saw that they couldn't quench the idea, I told you guys about Diamond Project, about network marketing. These are ideas that infiltrated this realm from another realm. It's not something you can physically throw away. It's an idea, it's a movement. That, oh, I can be financially free. Oh, I can enjoy leverage income. Oh, I can impact people who are making money. Wow, I can bless people's lives. Wow. Just like this phone. There's nothing you do that to make sure you can never come to a world where the technology of phones are gone. No, it has come to stay. Except to bring a higher technology that people will not say, okay, let me choose this one. So when they now found out that there was nothing they can do against this idea and this movement for 4 years, the more they seized their accounts, the more they were doing. The more they see everything they did, the more they were killing them, the more they were multiplying. They now advise themselves, say, come. We can't win this war. We can never win this war. It's a movement. So let us plant a bug inside of network marketing that will self-destruct. That's what they did. We don't want these people to be free. We don't want them, because when they are free, when they are free, we can't subjugate them. When they can make their own money without recourse to the economy, we can't subjugate them. When they don't have to answer anybody, ma, to make their own money, we can't subjugate them. Everybody that is here, that is respectful of his own volition. There's nobody here that's respecting me because I'm wielding a cane. If you don't respect me, no, I am everybody's servant here. I am the servant of everyone. You are here, not because if you don't attend some meeting, they will. No, people that don't attend some meeting, there's nothing you do to them. You won't even sanction them. So everybody that is here. Everybody is here on their own volition. This is what people don't. They want to be able to control you, heel you in, box you in the corner, control you. That is their mind. When they saw a movement that people can make money without being controlled on their own, if they choose to listen to you, they choose to listen to you. If they choose to respect you, they choose to respect you. I'm not paying anybody here. The company is paying you like the way it's paying me. I'm not paying anybody here. I'm not paying anybody money here. I'm not paying anybody money here. So when they saw that we can't subjugate these people, and if we allow these people, they will come to a point where they can also stand their own. They can be financially free, because that was the chant. We want to be financially free, passive income, financial freedom. They didn't want to hear that, because the reason they brought the education system was not to enlighten people, but rather to cage people. That's why they put it in disciplines, courses, so they can modulate you to think the way they want you to think. They can feed you with an ecosystem that will bring out certain things that they want. But now people can make money on their own. So when they tried to fight it and they couldn't fight it, they said, there's no way winning this war. This is an idea that came from another realm. You cannot win it. Let us implode it. Let us plant a virus inside of the business that will weaken the system and make it fall. So you know what they said? First of all, they gave it a name. That the name of the business is Business from Home. It's okay, you can do your business. Okay, you can go. Okay, no, you can go. Fine. You see, it's a strategy of war. If you can't beat them, you join them. When you join them, you not eat them from behind. Most of the worst people, the worst set of people that are against our business are not outsiders. They're insiders that are in our business, listening to our business, sitting down and now criticizing the business from inside. That was how Rome was brought down. Rome was one of the most powerful cities, even till today. They will tell you Rome was not built in a day. When you Rome had walls that were impenetrable. If you want to fight Rome, you can't breach their walls. But you know how they brought Rome down? They used the Trojan horse. They packed it with gifts. And they hid soldiers underneath. So they welcomed the enemies into their territory. And right from their territory, they began to implode and destroy them. That was how Rome was brought down. It's the same ancient technique that the enemy uses. No. Don't fight these people. You cannot fight them. Enter into their midst. The greatest man on earth that ever lived, Jesus Christ, he was not betrayed by the Pharisees. He was not betrayed by the sinners. He was betrayed by one of his 12. Satan entered into one of his 12 and one of his 12 betrayed him, because there's no way. He was guarded. He was people saw him as a king. He had people that were leading him. People believed he was a prophet, if he want to come, people will come against him. He had to take one of his own to enter into him, because he knew where he was staying. He knew by this time this is where he will be praying. He understand the internal mechanism of this thing. So he was able to betray him. These are the people that call spies. So when they saw that they can't bring down network marketing, they planted an implosion. Do you know what that implosion is? No problem, you can do your business, but guess what? It's a business you can do leisurely. It's a business you can do casually. It's a business you can do from the comfort of your house. Can't you do from the comfort of your house? Yes, you can do from the comfort of your house. It's a business you can do anyhow you want. It's a business you don't have to be structured. You don't have to be restrained. You don't have to come under a structure. Just wake up in the morning, anyhow you do it. And when they sold that lie, they just know that you will self-implode. Because they know that any business that can be sustained must be rigid, must be regimented, must be organized, must be structured. If you remove regimentation, if you remove organization, if you remove rigidness and organization and structure from any business, there is no sustainability. They know it. So they implanted that error. You can do it. So as people went off and they thought they had won, they planted a virus that was going to bring down 95% of people that did a business. So when somebody said, I did it before and I did not succeed, you did not do the business. What you did is that you ran the business like a social. If any business that will give you money, listen to me. This is the only objection I handle. Any business that will give you money must be treated like a business. Business has principles. Whether it is phone that you are selling, or it is bicycle that you are mending, or it is watch, that is when you go, there's a course called business administration. They will tell you business is an entity. Any business that will give you income and need the profit, there are principles, there are laws that undergird that business. One of those laws are principles of regimentation. That must be structure. Have you ever seen somebody doing business? There's no accountability. Have you seen somebody cooking by the roadside? He's selling food. Have you not wondered, this person is cooking by the roadside. He has been here for the past 15 years. Yet she is broke. Yet every day she makes profit. Every day people gather money for her she's cooking. She's eating from hand to mouth. But she can never leave that place. She's still in the bacha. The bacha she was in 12 years ago. That same bacha, that's what she is 12 years later. Every day she's making profit. She's selling Indomie and she's making 500 naira per plate. And a lot of people are coming. Yet she can't progress. It's because if you go to that lady, there's no accountability. She's undermining the basic principles of business. She brings money. She does not know capital. She does not know working capital. She does not know expenses. Every money that comes, she puts it in her bag. She spends. She's not following the rule of business. So her business naturally dies or stagnates. But look at the likes of people that have excelled in business. They will tell you it started with the raw principles of business from the get-go. So most of the people that tell you they did this business and they succeed, ask them what they did. They invited their friends. They prospected people. There was no regimentation. There was no rigidity. There was no structure. If there is no structure, this house is standing because there are pillars in this house. This building is standing because there are pillars. There are structures. So show me any business that is done anyhow. This meeting that I'm talking about, more than 50% of people came late for this same meeting. Yesterday, I said everybody should come early so I can start early so I can cover a lot. As at the time I wanted to come in, there were less than 500 people. As at 8 o'clock, there were 400 and something people here. They had come late to an event. They have come late to a meeting. The meeting is not physical. The meeting is on Zoom. Yet, more than 50% of people here came late to this meeting. And you say you're doing business. We're close to 1,000, and we're over 900 something, but 450 more than half came late to this meeting. If I have a physical office and a business and I call for the meeting, if more than half comes late, that business will be shut. If the MD of a bank calls for a meeting for the staff and 50% comes late before him, he will shut down that branch. He will close that branch. If you're selling tire business and you have 100 staff and you call for a meeting by 8 o'clock physically, and 60 of them come late, you will sack. In fact, you will not, even you will know that this business is not a business. We're playing here. So most of the people that have done the business and did not succeed, they didn't do it properly. That's the first thing. They prospected. The activities does not equal business. That's why I say you can socialize. Even when you're not going to work, you're not lying down on your bed. That's like when I was in the bank, even they said today's public holiday, you are happy. Yet you are doing activity, but you're not doing activity that's making money. So when they said they've done the business and succeed, the first thing is that if you do the business properly, you will succeed. It's just like if you add 2 plus 2 to be 4. If you did not succeed, there are factors of the principles of the businesses that you violated. So why not come and do it now and do it properly? So when somebody is telling you, I did this and I did not succeed before, what will come to your mind? If there's no way you add 2 plus 1 and you not get 4, you did not do it properly. Because I can guarantee there was no regimentation. Number 2 factors of business is consistency. That you came to work early today and you did not come to work early tomorrow. You opened your shop today. These are the principles that guide business. Any business is succeeding. Have you ever gone to that supermarket in your neighborhood and it did not open for one day? That is the element of business. That is consistency. You attend some meeting on Monday, you don't attend on Tuesday, you attend on Wednesday, you don't attend on Thursday, you don't attend on Friday. It is not business you're doing. You can't succeed like that. Can you make money? Yes, but you cannot succeed like that. That is not how business is run. I'm talking from a higher plane. Business is not run inconsistently. Imagine you employ somebody to work for you. She comes on a Monday, opens the shop. On Tuesday, she doesn't come. On Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, she comes. On Monday, she doesn't come. On Tuesday, she doesn't come. You can't pay, 1 kobo, you will not pay her. If she comes and demands for salary, you might even lock her up. You say, in fact, you're the one that brought my business down. So anywhere there's a business, number 1, there are principles that undergird that business. It has to follow. There must be regimentation. Number 2, regimentation is not enough. There must be consistency. Show me somebody. Those days I can give you money back guarantee. Start this business. Do it regimentally under a structure. Do it consistently. If you don't make money, I will give you 10 times the money you started with. Because I know that 2 times 2 will always give you 4. If I tell you, guess what? If you buy this airport and you throw it up from 10-story building, if it does not crash, I will give you the money for the airport. Because I know if you throw this thing, it will scatter. I know if you do this business regimentally, properly, if you do it consistently, you will succeed. The third thing that undergirds a business, you must do it with system and skill. Because you can be mowing a lawn and you're not doing it with skill. You must do it with skill. What exactly did you do? I invited people. If you ask them, how did they invite people? And they showed you how they invited the people. You say, how about now? Is that how you invited people? I have six more minutes. My time is up. Is that how you invited people? If they show you how they invited people. Yeah, I invited people now. I invited 100 of my friends. So tell me, can you tell me how you invited them? I sent them a broadcast message. How about now? Is that how they do it? Is that how you're inviting, you're sending broadcast message to people? Is that the skill? Is that the system? If I had done it that way, would I have been here? If the person that brought me to network marketing send me a broadcast message, will I be here today? If the person that invited me to network marketing send me a broadcast message, will I be here talking to you today? Would I have even gone? There is a way to do something. Learn it. Follow it systematically. There is no secret to success. There is a system to success. Find out what works and how it works, and be diligent enough to follow it consistently over time. Nobody makes money, even if you get a job today. There's no job you get today. The first day you come, they will pay you money. You will work for 30 days. So there's a brooding period. There's a breathing period. You don't just start and you start making. It's only this business you start today. Is this scam? It's only scam you want to start today. You want to start making millions today. This is business is not a scam now. You must build it over time. Even if I employ you as my staff, I will not pay you the first day. You must work for 1 month. If you don't work for 30 days, I will not pay you. In some places, in some federal ministries, they will tell you if you work for 4 months before you get your first earning. That is business now. Okay, forget that. Okay, say you're not working for government, you're working for yourself. Which business do you start? Even if it's bottled water I want to sell, you start it today. That same today you're making profit. Is it a business? No, you build customer base, you go through some teething challenges, you go through some discourage. It is a process. It's a process. You don't make money immediately. So that person I tell you came in, I've already paid 1 million naira now. When did I start making money? Is that how business is run? The only place that you put money and you go and sit down and money starts coming is the bank. Carry that 1 million naira and go to Zenith Bank. Say, Zenith Bank, I have 1 million naira. They will tell you this. I want to fix it and fix it. But they will tell you this is the rate. Put it there. Go and sleep. Money will start coming out. That is not money. That's not business. That's investment. Did somebody say, I've done this business and I did not succeed? Did you do it properly? Did you even do it at all? Did you even do it at all? Do you want to succeed without following the regiment and rudiments of business? Do you want to succeed without consistency? Do you want to succeed without following this? Some of us don't even know the system. You just wake up, anything. Even when I got my job in the bank, I was taking for 6 weeks training. They were training you so that you can understand how to work in the bank. People will sign up, you tell them, come for IPO. That's not what I signed up for. IPO. At my age, I'll be coming for IPO. And you want to make money? Come for KSG. That's not what I do. Please, I want to make money. Attend SMO. No. I did not come here to start attending classes. Show me a business that you start today and you will not learn it. It's an investment. This business is not an investment. People treat it like an investment. I put my money, let it start working for me. The only place you can put your money and you don't do anything, you don't need skill. All you need is instruction for the money to start working for you is the bank. Please go to the bank. If you put it in stock market, that money can go down after 6 months. If the stock crashes, then your money has gone down. So when you put it in the stock market, go and be praying. Go and be praying that the stock you invested in are not stocks that will go down. If you put it as an equity, go and be praying that person investing in the business. If somebody is in a furniture business, I want to put my money. Go and be praying that person's furniture business will succeed. Every business has. If you say, I did business did not succeed, I will sit down. Tell me what exactly you did. By the time you're talking, I'll tell you, but that's not how business is. You didn't do it properly. Me, I'm succeeding because I'm doing it properly. From what you have told me, I can see that you didn't even do it properly. However, there's no problem. We have a system, we have a structure here that can hold you by the hand and make sure you don't make mistakes. The reason you did not succeed was because you did not do the business properly. That was why you made a lot of mistakes. And by the time the person begins to talk to you, say, this thing you did was a mistake. You went and you started broadcasting it to your friends. No, that's a mistake. That's not how it is done. There's this level of curiosity that you need to bring into it. You went and start talking to your friends. No, you're not supposed to be talking to your friends. No, you didn't do it properly. That's why you did not succeed. People are supposed to come and talk to your friends on your behalf. You're supposed to connect people. The same way somebody connected it to me, that's the same way you're supposed to connect. It's not the person that connected it to me that is talking to you. The person has no business talking to you. There's a system to success. The reason you did not succeed before was because these systems were not there. The person tells you, so the more the person is talking, see the person, how long did you do it? So, if you understand how big my time is filled, my time is up. My time is up. If you understand how business works, you will discover that there is no failing. Somebody cannot tell you, I went to school and I dropped out of school. The only reason you dropped out of school is because you did not read your books. No, no. There is a way to go about it and you will succeed. So, the reason you failed is because you did not go about it the proper way. But here I am succeeding because I am going about it the proper way, because there are people that have gone about it the proper way and are holding us by the hand. Come here, I will show you, I will show you how to do it the proper way so that this time around you can succeed. Secondly, the person that found this light bulb, his name is Thomas Edison. He tried 9,999 times, he did not succeed. But the 10,000th time he succeeded. Why? Because success is not an event, it's a progressive state of things. So, as you've done that, you did not succeed, you have gotten a lot of knowledge so that when you come this time around, you do things better. People that quit never get to make it. If the day you started trying to walk, you fell down and you stopped trying to walk, you not walk today. So that you succeeded is not a bad, that you did not succeed in your first venture is not something bad. But that will give you an edge to try again and succeed. Try again. Let's try again. Now, you're not talking from a point of your perception. You're throwing more light. Could it be that the reason you did not succeed was because you didn't do the business properly? You did not quit the business because the business was no longer working for you. The people think they quit the business because the business was no longer working. No. The business was no longer working for you because you quit. Let me say it again. When somebody says, I've done it before, I did not succeed, so I quit. You did not quit because the business was no longer working. The business was no longer working because you quit. Quitting is in several doses. You didn't do it properly. You didn't do it consistently. If you ask that person, were you attending some meeting? My time is up. How do you think you can succeed in a business and you're not attending some meetings, you're not attending trainings like this? Some of us will attend this training now. We will not come to any other training again until the ambassador is coming again. You are a joker. Some of us attend Power Friday some meeting. Yay! On Monday, Tuesday, we will not attend. Do you take your bath on Friday and on Monday you don't take your bath? Do you eat on Monday and on Tuesday you don't eat? Do you eat on Tuesday and say the food I ate on Tuesday is the food that will carry me? You are a joker. Do you open your shop on Monday? Do you go to a supermarket, Ebano supermarket? Have you gone to they opened on Monday, on Tuesday they not open. They opened on Wednesday, on Thursday they not open. You're a joker. It's not business of them. There has to be consistency over a period of time. In that consistency, you gain the ingredients of skill and understand the system and build resilience. That is how you succeed. Success is not an event. Don't just say, I said I did not succeed. Success is an accumulation of certain traits, trade secrets, which is a function of consistently plowing the system until you are harnessed and you're honed to a place where you can become a success. Success is a state where you become. It's not a state where you acquire something. I can acquire this phone, that doesn't make it success. I can become success. So you did not succeed because your definition of success is even wrong. You think success is by you making money. Success is who you become at the end of the day that attracts the money that you make. My time is up. My time is up. So, the bottom line of this is, I've done it before and I did not succeed. And I'm not mastering objections so that you can go out and start using the script. I'm bringing it to an elevated place. So where you can see things from the way I'm saying. I'm going to say this before I close, even though my time is up. Give me 3 more minutes. When I was growing up in this business, there were certain things that were shown to me that looked real. But 1 year later, I look at that same thing and it was false. There are certain things that I thought were okay. 2 years later, you look at that same thing, and it was not okay. I've not been to a house, and so this house is so fine. Oh my, this house is so beautiful. You come to the same house 3 years later, and you're like, was this the house? Is it the same house? The house did not shift its matter. Matter did not, there was no relocation. It's the same house. But you come back to that same house. Is it the same house? The room is now small. Is this my room? The same house, the same place, the same evidence. But the reality is now different. It's because your perception before was not the reality. The greatest thing you seek in life is to come in contact with reality. Most of us have lived our lives based on perceptions, based on lies. What is fear? False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is defined. We have lived our lives, we have made that decision based on things. But what if you are told, as time goes on, that those things are not reality? Most of the things that make people quit in network marketing, most of the objections they have, why they are not doing network marketing, why they will not even try it in the first place. No, I cannot do this kind of thing. No, this is beneath me. No. This is not for me. No, it's not my thing. This is not my area of specialization. This is not what I'm born to. This is not my area. This is not for people of my caliber. Most of the things that made people not to venture into network marketing. So the money I'm looking for is not 7,000 naira now. This cannot give me the egombute that I want. This no. No. This is scam now. This is pyramid scheme now. 99.9% of the things that have shaped people's mental decisions as not doing this business, as quitting the business, as going to convince other people not to do the business, 99.9% of them are false reality. Have a nice day. We're going to continue this training some other time because I have barely taught. Maybe I might do this as a series because I barely touched the objections. I've only handled one objections and there are plenty of objections. Maybe we might do it. We'll continue. Tomorrow is Power Friday. We're going to do a Power Friday. Maybe by next week we'll continue this series because I've seen, as I'm even talking about it, I discovered that there's a whole lot. So the purpose of this training is not for you to get what you're going to use to kind of convince and sway people. No. The purpose of this training is for me to elevate you to the level. I've seen things. I'm operating at the realm higher than the basic realm. I have seen things. So if you can come to that level, you see things for yourself and you make better choices and you have a better life. Network marketing is one of the few businesses that can make somebody truly successful and become financially free. See you next week. I don't know when. We're going to continue this series of training. Have an amazing day.